Hello, hello, everyone. If you are listening to this podcast in real time, it's the second week in January of 2025. And whether you're listening in real time or later, it's that time of the year where a lot of us are looking forward to what this year will bring, what we're calling in, what we're asking for. Maybe you've written out a vision for the year, or you have a word you want to live into, or you've thought about something new you're going to add to your life, or something you'd like to let go of. And so with that, I wanted to share in today's episode a 6-minute audio I just recorded for my Energy Elixir Daily program. And it's all about this really simple practice where we condition and retrain our nervous system to feel safe having what we're asking for. Because here's the thing, to have what we want, to actually bring into existence our desires. And maybe those are things, right, that this time of year, like, I know I would like to bring this in. The key is feeling safe having it, because our unconscious mind and our nervous system is first wired for survival. So it'll avoid anything that feels scary or dangerous. And on a body's level, it literally is like, that might kill me. Receiving that amount of money or that relationship might kill me if our nervous system doesn't feel safe having it. It's not logical, right? So this practice is a really powerful manifestation practice of bringing in, embodying a sense of safety so that the nervous system and the subconscious are like, oh yeah, we're on board with having this thing that you're consciously asking for. So enjoy this little mini episode. Happy 2025. And I'm contributing to you and whatever it is that you're asking to bring here. Because all of us, if it is in your world and in your heart to ask for and desire, it is meant for you. And to get the fear out of the way and then embody this sense where we feel safe having it, it adds this magic and power to that force of actualizing what you uniquely are here to bring into the world, and this unique life that you're here to live. So happy New Year. Enjoy the episode. And if you're curious about Energy Elixir Daily, where this episode came from, you can find the link in the show notes below, or go to my website, EmilyEvansRussell.com/elixir. ELIXIR. All right, enjoy. Okay, so if you have spent some time getting clear on what you're asking for in your life, right? Like what you'd like to have, what you'd like to be, then a key part of this that a lot of people don't talk about, like say you've been asking for something, maybe it's a greater amount of money or a safe, nurturing relationship, and it's not showing up for many, many, many years. Then one of the things that a lot of people skip over is the fact that we require to bring our nervous system and our unconscious on board with feeling safe to have what we desire. You cannot have what you want if you don't feel safe having it, because what will happen is you'll be like, oh my gosh, I would love to have $1 million. But if in the unconscious and in the body that feels super scary and not safe, then you'll have 95% of that subconscious working against you to have it. So how do we train ourselves to feel safe having what we desire? So this is where actually embodying and changing a sense of safety when we visualize, imagine like what we desire to manifest. So you can activate that feeling of safety by, so say you've written down some things that you'd like to have different and be different in your life. Then create a situation, either actually or just imagining yourself in a situation where you feel totally taken care of, supported, safe, nurtured. Like if there's maybe it's for me, I love cuddling up with a blanket by the fire, having a candle lit. I love having the feeling of my dog on my lap. If there's like music you love playing, having that playing. Maybe there's someone in your life that gives you a sense of that, like that oak tree stability energy. So maybe they're there. So you can create that situation and actually physically put yourself in it, or just imagine it. Remember, one of the gifts of our unconscious mind is that it doesn't understand the difference between what's playing in the head versus what's actually happening. So that's where we can use these, like, you can call it a mind movie, or, our imagination to play out what that feeling of safety and support. So when you imagine that, or actually put yourself in that situation, then embody and visualize. Now, when I say visualize, not all of us that's not our primary sense of how some of us like feel it. So we feel the energy of what we desire. Some of us are very great visualizers. Some of us hear things. We're very sound oriented. So like the idea of the music playing or the smell of the candle, things like that. But once you have that situation, then visualizing or embodying the energy, feeling it in the body, what you're asking for. So what you'd like to have. So if it's a certain amount of money, like imagine looking in your bank account or having that job and like going to work while you're experiencing that sense of support and safety in your body. That sense of embodied safety is key for manifesting. And it's one of the things that is easy to skip over if you don't know. It's quite simple, right? But what you're doing in that is you're rewiring, conditioning your nervous system to feel safe having what you desire. So like, say for example, you've kind of looked at this and you're like, well, yeah, sure, it'd be great to have more money. But if you actually look at, why would it be in my advantage to stay with the salary I have now? Maybe you get support from family. Maybe you're like, ooh, I don't have to pay as many taxes. Maybe there's a partner or some other thing that your unconscious is go, yeah, but if we have more money, we won't get this support anymore. That is often something we don't look at. So when you do this exercise, that may have been a story playing in the unconscious, but when then we embody and visualize being and having, and I'm just going to keep using the money example, a different amount of money, and then we've set ourselves in this space where we feel safe, our nervous system, and then we visualize that thing, having the thing, being the thing, speaking on stage in front of 1,000 people, writing a book and having it be published, getting really like, I don't know, having a song or something on social media where people are going to like respond and possibly have judgment of that, right? When you play that out while you have an embodied sense of safety in your mind, it starts to train the nervous system to go, oh, wait, I thought that was going to be like literally scary, going to kill me, uncomfortable, not safe. And then when you do this exercise, it retrains the nervous system just in your imagination, in that embodied sense of, wait, I'm walking through this and I'm seeing it and I'm having it and I'm being this. And oh my God, I feel safe. I'm like in my blanket, I'm by the fire, I have my dog with me. And you can just be visual, like also that's in your imagination, but because you're doing it together, it retrains the nervous system. So I wanted to share this way of how you actually create an embodied sense of safety and then go back and, play in your head what you're asking for. You can also, if you've written down a vision for your finances, for your career, for your relationship and recorded it, you can play that recording like your own voice of like, thank you for this and I have this, like always doing it in present tense, right? And listening to that while you have a sense of safety and security embodied. And that lets your nervous system know, oh, we're not only asking for this, but it feels good. It feels safe. And then it changes, game changer, changes everything. So have fun with this one. I hope you got something out of that episode. If you like this podcast, please share it with someone you know who'd find it useful or interesting, and subscribe so that you can listen to past and upcoming shows.